We all reacted probably the same way yesterday. The first assumption when Trae Young was announced out with Game 4 with a bruised right foot, that it would be smooth sailing for the Bucks, who were going for their third straight win. But quite the contrary. Notwithstanding Giannis's third quarter injury, the Hawks cruised the entire game, leading by as many as 25 points, going on to win 110-88 to tie this series up at 2. Perk, was the outcome of this game more about the Bucks or was it about the Hawks?
Oh, it was about the Atlanta Hawks, and I don't even think it's a debate for the simple fact that your superstar goes out, a guy that has been, tremendous throughout the playoffs, to me, been the brightest star of the playoffs. He goes down, and everyone in the world thought that the Bucks were going to blow them out. And what did the Hawks do? They came out and played their hearts out, hung their hats on the defensive end, holding them to 88 points, holding the Milwaukee Bucks to 88 points. They put on a defensive clinic. And by the way, they played inspiring basketball offensively, player and ball movement. They had 6 guys in double figures, led by Lemon Pepper Lou, who Draymond Green tweeted out and said, don't sleep on. They were together. It seemed like a family. It seemed like they enjoyed playing with one another. It was just a beauty to watch. This game was more about the Hawks than the Bucks to me, just because of the way that they approached the game without their star player.
I got to figure out. This happens to me and my partner Kaz on our other show too, because I feel like we're thinking the same way, but we come up with the different answer. For all of those reasons, Perk, I feel like it's more about the Bucks not capitalizing in terms of being a team that we have high expectations from. They threw almost $400 million at Giannis and Drew Holiday. I didn't even mention the Middleton numbers. They are supposed to be the team that capitalizes in a moment in which the Atlanta Hawks are missing their star, and they didn't. And so for me, it is a glaring lack of focus. It becomes a commentary on this team's ability to be prepared for the moment and just how serious they are about the opportunity to go and win a national title. It also becomes a huge commentary on Bud, again, Coach Budenholzer, who I'm wondering, did you game plan for Trae and then Trae wasn't there and then y'all couldn't adjust in terms of the game plan? Like, I don't understand. Before Giannis got hurt, it looked like he got comfortable. He wasn't attacking the paint that he was in the previous victories in the course of this series. He looked like he was settling for that jumper a little bit more. I'm very confused by this Bucks squad. We know that this Atlanta Hawks team is good, and so for them not to be prepared to deal with them, I'm looking more at the Bucks because I know that Atlanta is a good team.
Ros Gold-Onwude also here with us. So, Ros, who do you think this game was about more? Was it the Hawks or the Bucks?
Monica, you're my girl, but I got to go with Perk on this one.
Okay.
And Game 4 was about the Hawks. First of all, you got to start at the top. Nate McMillan had his team ready to play without Trae Young. They understood the assignment. Without their top playmaker, they had to move the ball. They had 26 assists in the game. They came out in that game. They were the aggressors on offense, on defense, and mentally. Then you look at the performance of Lou Williams, who, by the way, I was not surprised by anything he did on that court. Don't forget, against the 76ers, when the Hawks came back from being down 26 points, I think that was Game 5, it was Lou Williams who was the catalyst there. So now Lou Williams comes in, he's in his first career playoff start, 21 points, I expect that from Lou. I'm like, I believe that he can do that. But it was the efficiency in which he played with that really impressed me, because Lou could put it up. He shot 7 for 9 from the field within the flow of the game. He had 8 assists, only 1 turnover. Very impressive. This was about the Hawks. I want to point out one more thing. Giannis's injury is significant, but it did not alter the momentum of that game. When he went down, the Hawks were down 10. Going into halftime, Giannis had already shot 3 air balls. Okay? The Hawks had set the tone in that game. Certainly his injury, depending on how serious it is significant for the rest of the series. But in Game 4, that was not the game changer. The Hawks took Game 4.
Okay. I completely understand the logic that you guys are putting forward. I continue to lean on the team we thought. I mean, in a way, the Hawks have surprised us, although we know that they're good. The Bucks, man, they just weren't ready for the moment at all. And credit the Hawks. They absolutely capitalized. Lou certainly stepped in.
Well, Monica, this is the thing. You're going to hurt your brain trying to figure out the Bucks because they're so, like I said before, they're confused. They're confused themselves. And watching them play, this is not just of Game 4. This is how they play all the time, like careless basketball. But you know one guy I want to give a lot of credit to? He's not the superstar of the team, but he is the leader of this team. Clint Capella,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? He don't get enough recognition for what he brings to the table. And I'm not talking about grabbing rebounds, anchoring the defense, and blocking shots. I'm talking about the way he's leading. He's talking vocally he's talking vocal to the media. He's preaching about we're going to get this win. He's going out there and deliver. We have to remember Clint Capella is battle tested. Clint Capella went against that powerhouse team in the Golden State Warriors. He was in those moments in the trenches with James Harden. So Clint Capella, I just wanted to show you some love because your leadership skills have went unnoticed, and I just want to point it out to the world today. You have really been a true leader to this Hawks organization and this young team.
He absolutely understands his role and is a star at it. I mean, upon him coming to the team, he really gave them a defensive mentality and presence. He comes in there, you don't need to run a play for him. He's going to go chase an offensive rebound. He's going to go and crash the glass. He's going to block shots. You know, we could be talking about his defensive side of the game more too. So absolutely, he is deserving of flowers and how his role has helped change the Hawks. I'm wondering if it's taking it too far because we're asking, is this about the Hawks or the Bucks? Is it taking it too far to say, has any of this playoff run for the Bucks been about the Bucks? You know, you look at the Nets series, it was very dictated storyline-wise about the injuries and KD and the shot he didn't make. You know, what I'm trying to say is with these Bucks, they are very talented. Any playoff run should be respected. But I wouldn't say I'm inspired by their run. I wouldn't say anything about it has been dominant or spectacular. It's just they're an interesting team.